to the Fantasy Footballers Podcast with your hosts, Andy Holloway, Jason Moore, and Mike Wright.
Welcome in. Never a dull moment. Friday, December 12th. The Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Jason Moore is here. Mike Wright, Andy Holloway. Kyle Pitts is here.
Oh, man. Kyle Pitts.
What was that all about?
What was that? What? That is the most points a tight end has scored in fantasy football in the history of the world, because it dates back to 1983, and I don't think real fantasy football was going,
Whoa.
Okay, sure.
Tell that to
Grandpa.
Yeah.
To the Raiders organization, whatever. In the last 40 years, that's the most fantasy points ever scored by a tight end. It happened in the first week of the playoffs. There are
You
three.
didn't see 150 and 3 coming from...
No, I didn't. I've got him as my tight end 4 on the week.
Sorry,
but
that was insulting. 166 and 3.
Yeah. This is a place where now we're going in to the first week of the playoffs with 3 situations. You benched Kyle Pitts. Whoops-a-doozles.
Yeah.
Did that in Listener League for
I
Dalton
did.
Kincaid.
I did that in my league of record for Mark Andrews. Whoopsies. You played Kyle Pitts, and you now are feeling like you're almost on a bye week.
Yeah,
Like
you're almost invincible.
Almost invincible if you get 40 points at the tight end position from Kyle Pitts. Or you played against Kyle Pitts, in which case
Good.
I've got a lot of information about fishing rods now. So
It's just so fantasy football.
oh man.
Mike, I think you told me it was 7% of his career points in
that
one
was
game.
a tweet from Hayden Winks. The stats, you could just keep rattling them
Oh,
off.
they're so fun.
But the Hayden Winks one, he tweeted out, 7% of Kyle Pitts' career fantasy points
I believe
happened.
it's his first 100-yard game since 2021. So just yardage-wise, like, it was inexplicable. It was outrageous. I mean, and on top of that, I mean, it was a win by the Falcons in a game they shouldn't have won, that Tampa needed desperately, that Carolina fans are singing and dancing in the streets about.
Yeah.
And
the Tampa was up by 14 late in the fourth, that they were on a final drive with a 3rd and 28, a 4th and 14, and kids, don't listen to Todd Bowles' press conference afterwards.
It's not for sensitive ears?
No, it's
he held nothing back.
yeah, it's rated R.
Baker was not – I mean, he was okay.
Yeah.
The pressure on Baker was significant. If you played Bucky, you're pretty much unhappy. I know, because I played him, and it was under 10 points. And so, you only got 1 catch from him. The wide receivers, it was all Mike Evans. I mean, Mike Evans was 6 for 132, 12 targets. Ibuka was next up at 4 for 61.
We are inevitable, Mike.
Dino
Dino Jr.
Dino Jr., we played Evans. Bijan
was outrageous.
Ibuka was fine. Not anything close to what I
He
still
cannot-
thought would happen.
Yep.
All 3 of his so he was 4 out of 7 targets, which is an incredible increase for him. Caught 4 of 7. The 3 he did not catch were not catchable.
Correct.
It was over his head by 20 yards. It was
one of them was
way
a touchdown,
behind him.
right? Am I remembering that? I thought there was an end zone target.
There was an end zone target, but it's illegal. It should be illegal to call it a target. It was It was the top of
Ibuka was standing in the end zone when a football went flying past him.
Yeah, it's so wild, because last night, I mean, if Baker was throwing to Chris Godwin, on point, on the money, in stride every time, and it's like you're throwing to Ibuka, I think there's, we talk about, and this I believe is genuine, when a wide receiver has a couple drops and they start dealing with that, they're human beings. The mental aspect of like, oh no, I think that's going on with Baker when he targets Ibuka right now. Like, he's going like, I have to get him. I've got to get him. And it's like
this has to be perfect.
Yeah, and so it's causing him to not throw it like he's like, it didn't matter who else he threw the ball to. It was okay. Unless it was Ibuka, then it's not catchable.
Bijan had 8 catches himself for 82 yards, 19 for 93 and a touchdown.
Including a super boss that they said didn't count. You got to count it. That catch on the side, the one-handed.
Oh, that was awesome. I mean, he was totally out of bounds.
No, he had a foot in.
He also had a very questionable fumble.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
2 weeks in a row for Bijan on the fumbles.
But that was like, it wasn't. It was an incomplete pass, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, they did review it.
No, I know. They reviewed the Isaiah Likely. And
right.
I mean, if like those two things were very different, the Isaiah Likely and the Bijan.
But it was a fumble, you know?
I don't think it was.
Watch
it in real speed.
But it was a fumble.
But he didn't catch it yet.
It counted.
Yeah, but it was like a fumble.
I know it was credited as a fumble.
No, I just mean like he caught it, and then you're just saying he didn't take enough steps.
I need to go watch it again.
I'm just saying like he did catch it, right?
Watch it in full speed, and I promise you'll be like, oh yeah, that's an incomplete.
Has anyone worked harder to get the ball 20 yards down the field than Kirk Cousins?
No.
That guy is.
That's a weighted football.
Every ounce of him is trying to throw that football, and that thing just goes.
And that's exactly why Jason has confidence in the 7 years as senior Phillip Rivers.
I was thinking about this on the drive-in
Cousins
today.
has nothing
on the drive-in today. I was
and yet was great.
I realized like Phillip Rivers cannot throw a ball downfield. He cannot challenge downfield. There is no world where his 44-year-old hasn't thrown the ball in 5 years arm is able to make a pass that travels more than 20 air yards
with speed.
That's like not picked off. I mean, you could get a 50-50 ball where the wide receiver goes up and wins.
No out routes. You can't run a single one.
Oh, that's called a pick six.
Yes.
There was some talk of him winning throwing competitions when he was training Drake May before the season.
Also, he's playing
against people his age.
Against Drake May. Against Drake May.
He's playing.
Oh, he's going to play, and you're going to lose all your bets.
Not all of them.
Well, you did. I bet you didn't put him in your Prize Picks lineup.
I did not yet, but I'm going to make another one with him in it. I'm doing it right now. You can't tell me what I can do.
We are celebrating Phillip on the
look at the back
YouTube
wall.
if you hadn't seen it.
Oh, P River.
That looks pretty good.
That is an authentic game worn Phillip Rivers jersey.
Now, to be fair,
it's not PEE.
No, but it's also. I know I had a problem with pluralization, but it should be P Rivers.
No, it's P River.
Oh, that's it. We shortened both.
Yes.
Yeah, just forever.
All right. Marketing. It was a long time ago, guys. Forgive me for not remembering half a decade ago.
Kyle posted the video for us to watch.
I didn't watch it. I would never watch that.
Because of your weight?
You're not going to put the work in, and then you're going to be upset that you don't know the answers.
I am just surprised at what we did.
It's P River, man.
Yeah.
It's P River.
It's supposed to be.
Because then all the jokes were about
P.
wading into P River and all that stuff. It's Friday, and then there's no more shows.
Footclan Friday.
Every Friday, $100 to fantasychamps.com. It's a great time of year to go to fantasychamps.com. Trophies, belts, all that good stuff. This week's winner of $100 to fantasychamps.com, Wetzel Joseph L.
From the Pretzels?
I hope so. You do good work over there, Joseph L.
I'm Joseph, hey, I appreciate your support, and congratulations on the gift card, but, I mean, you can't possibly need that.
You're probably wealthy.
With that pretzel cash?
Yeah, find your champ and give it to him of your league, unless it's you, in which case we'll still allow you to use it. fantasychamps.com.
News and notes from around the league, presented by Progressive Insurance.
I didn't know you were going to put the tag in at the end.
Yeah, just trying to hit a plug. Don't worry about it.
Woody Marks returned to a limited practice Thursday. Nick Chubb is sidelined. Woody Marks lined up for
It's going to be good.
Monster game.
Marvin Harrison Jr. did not practice again on Thursday.
He's injured. I mean, this is
I know that.
It's
just the is it gonna happen?
Is it gonna work? Is he gonna be a star wide receiver?
Is he gonna perform as a top 5 overall draft pick should?
No, but I do think he will be a legitimate NFL wide receiver 1 for many years. And I think next season, when he's back, starting out as the one. He'll be better than he was this year, and he wasn't that bad this year.
T. Higgins limited again on Thursday. Concussion. Seems like he's going to play. Rome Odunze limited on Thursday with the foot. Mark Andrews added to the injury report on Thursday. With with a glute injury. A glute.
Come on, man.
Well, you didn't.
He's got
you got other options. You could pivot to PITTS.
I can't because it was Thursday night, but thankfully I'm actually going to make a pivot
to likely. Just because of this glute? You got to check his glutes out to see if.
No. It's not glutes. It's glute. Just singular. One butt cheek is.
Yeah. We don't know left or right, but we know it's.
Does it make a difference to you?
Well,
what one do you lean on?
I think if he's lining up on the right side, I'd be far more concerned if it's his right glute that's hurting.
This is analysis. Theo Johnson remained limited. Mike start of the week, the toe injury, he should play. Chris Rodriguez returned to a limited practice. He's been managing injury, seems to play through it.
Your start of the week.
Yeah. And then CeeDee Lamb cleared concussion protocol. He's expected to play on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, baby.
So that's good news, right?
That is great news. Great. I know it's bad news for you, Andy, because you told me before the show that you are actively rooting against me. Now, you're not in the playoffs.
I did not actually say that at all.
I did not
say I'm rooting against
I apologize. You're rooting for my opponent.
Yes, because he's never won a championship in 17, 18 years.
I will say that is the same thing as rooting against Jason.
Right.
Are you telling me you're rooting for Jason to match your titles?
I'm rooting for Jason to win.
Yes, he is.
For personal reasons.
He doesn't want to face the guy
you want to play him.
Yeah.
But are you rooting for Jason to win a championship?
No, of course
you're a bad
not.
friend.
Yeah.
No, because I'm in. Friend. If I were out, I would root for Jason.
Thank you, Mike. You're a good friend.
To match your titles? Yeah. There's no way. I've heard you say this 10 million times.
It's too late. You're already in the club. The club is ruined. It was just me hanging out with my chocolate fountain and my cheese fondue. And then you're like, hey, I'm a 3-time champ too. And I was like, oh.
You don't like it as much?
Nah, you bring your farts in.
All right. CeeDee Lamb cleared concussion protocol. Jake Ferguson did not practice on Thursday. We had Christian McCaffrey.
Wait, Ferguson?
Yeah.
Dealing with a calf.
Uh-oh. That's from limited to not practicing?
I have one league where I had to do the Pitts versus Ferguson decision, and thank goodness in that one league I made the right choice. But, yeah, the Ferguson thing is something to watch. Make sure you have somebody ready to rumble.
Yeah. Scoon, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, big hopes.
Big
hopes. What?
He scored.
Well, see you later.
Anyone but Ibuka. CMC limited due to illness.
Yeah, okay. Sleeper. Love your platform. Appreciate your updates. When you fire through a notification that only says Christian McCaffrey has been changed from healthy to questionable on a Thursday afternoon because he's sick, absolutely not. Absolutely. Understand, with great power comes great responsibility. You gave hundreds of thousands of people
I wonder if
heart palpitations, perhaps a stroke.
I wonder if one person died.
I would not be surprised.
One person around the country was like, oh, Christian would go,
would not be surprised. I got that thing, and it was immediately, on Twitter, what in the, he's sick.
Yeah, when I heard,
my goodness, how dare
I heard
you.
questionable first as well, and I was like, ooh.
Yes.
Actually, my first thought was, is Mike alive?
I promise, everyone who saw that freaked out. But he's just a little sick. He's okay.
Josh Jacobs did not practice on Thursday with the knee injury. Devon Achane was limited. He'll play on Monday, according to reports. Devontae Adams did not practice Wednesday or Thursday with a hamstring. Pay attention to that. Probably veteran management there. He's been able to play through it. And then Kamara's still sidelined. Lots of news.
Devontae Adams doesn't need to run very far when he just does routes from the one.
Doesn't have a beard. That was News and Notes, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. We'll take a break. We'll jump into the forecast.
Were you watching Happy Gilmore?
It just sounded.
Devontae Adams does have a beard.
Yeah, that's what got me. Here we go.
Fantasy Forecast, presented by Prize Picks.
Yesterday, we covered the Browns, Bears, Ravens, Bengals, Chargers, Chiefs, Bills, Patriots, Commanders, Giants, Raiders, Eagles, Jets, Jags, Cardinals, Texans. 7 more matchups to talk about. Week 15 playoff matchups, guys. I need your best. I know normally you're probably given 60%.
I would call it.
Yeah, but if you round up.
Okay. I want your best.
Okay, got it.
Detroit 8-5, Los Angeles 10-3. A fun game here. LA -6 at home. Over under 54.5. That is respect.
That is a lot of respect because the Lions are not only a great team in their own right, but they are in a desperately must-win situation here. With a win, their playoff odds are 75%. It's like, okay, we're going. With a loss, it's 40%. So this is really, really important for their chances of playing in the postseason.
Yeah, and it's a huge over-under. A lot of fantasy goodness to be had in this game. I mean, we've already talked about Jared Goff, who's Jason's start of the week. I believe you said you have Matthew Stafford at 2 on the week. So these are your –
I want this game. I mean, this is one where you just expect the offenses to get it done despite good defenses on both sides of the ball. Over the course of the season, these two teams have been in a lot of those barn burner matchups, those large scoring, total high over-under that beats the over-under. I mean, so far this year, there's been one game that was this year. This is the first game that is possible to have a 55-point over-under, and they tend to go very well. So, yeah, I would like to play just about every piece in this game.
Don't we have 2 this week?
2 what?
Or is the other one 52.5? What one did we talk about yesterday? Because there was one.
Not this high.
It was the
Ravens-Bengals.
Ravens-Bengals.
Yes,
How high is that one?
It's at 51.5 right
now. Okay. And this one's at 54.5 right now. I mean, this is not a complicated game because you have 2 teams that have injured tight ends. So even more of a consolidation into the wide receiver rooms where you feel really comfortable going beyond the superstars. Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams. I mean, after the bye week, Jameson's been wide receiver 8 on the year. Puka, Devontae, they're both in. You're playing the running backs. And then you look at David Montgomery and Blake Corum. There, I'll give you a decision there. If you had to play Montgomery or Corum, I think I might play Corum.
I would play Corum. Oh, man, these are both good rush defenses. I would lean Montgomery. But to be completely frank and honest, I would like to play neither one of these players. I think that there are other guys out there that might be near this tier that I would prefer to play. If I had Devin Neal, Kyle Monangai, those type of players, Chris Rodriguez, I would play all those over either Corum or Montgomery.
Tony Pollard.
I think Corum's good for 10 to 12 touches. It's just a matter of does he. I mean, last week was Arizona.
Tony.
Yeah,
Pollard.
Last week was Arizona.
Tony Pollard.
Terrible.
Don't dodge my question.
So to
answer
Mike's question, this week is not Arizona. It's the Lions that they play, and they're top 3 against running back.
Are you going to play Tony Pollard, or are you going to play one of those other guys?
Did you have a question, Andy? As I have answered what I am prepared to answer here.
I've given you as much time as possible.
Oh no, yeah, no. I
know you're doing the calculus.
I need no more. I need no more time. So, what other big decisions are there?
I don't think there are any in that game. That's the big one.
The Tony Pollard one?
The Tony Pollard one's the last big question from the game. You don't play Tony Pollard.
We need your best here, Jason.
This is my best, Michael. This is what you get.
This is good for Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope he misses another practice today.
Tony Pollard is a running back for Tennessee.
Yeah, tell me more. Tell me more.
He was the running back 2 last week.
Corum was 3.
I'd go Tony Pollard.
I would too.
Carolina in the driver's seat for the division right now, taking on the Saints. A good chance to win a ball game and get to 8-6. The Saints are 3-10. Carolina 2.5-point road favorites. Over under is just 40.5. Okay, here we go. Carolina. I mean, look at the matchups. The rest of the way. New Orleans this week. Tampa. Seattle. Tampa.
Yeah, it's a tough end of the year for them, but they control their own destiny now that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost last night. Technically, they are currently in first. If they win this game, they will definitely be solidly
Still
in first.
I've got the scenarios. They clinch if they beat New Orleans and then beat Tampa Bay one time.
Wow, so big game.
Otherwise, they need some help if they end up splitting with Tampa Bay and not winning this game against New Orleans. But basically, just like win against New Orleans this week and beat Tampa one of the times.
Wow.
And you are in the playoffs.
Carolina.
You know, it's crazy because
That's fun.
I'm thinking last night about Grizzard, right? He's the third offensive coordinator Baker's had in 3 years. You've got Duval, who is going to the playoffs, in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got Canales on the cusp of the playoffs. Like both of those and he could miss it. Tampa could miss it.
They could.
Tyler Shuck, he's kind of playing well.
Yeah.
They should have started with him.
Yeah, for sure. He's been running the ball well this last week. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 55 yards. 55! I don't know that you can really play him here. This is a divisional matchup that I'm actually excited to watch.
He put up 19 points on the road against this defense.
I mean, if you're in a 2-quarterback league, he's certainly in consideration, but I don't believe in the playoffs you're going to be looking for Tyler Shuck in a single QB
I can
league.
agree. I agree with that, but he is one of the guys I'll be watching this weekend.
Over the last 6 weeks, the Panthers are number 6 in fewest fantasy points given up to the quarterback position, the matchup, the divisional
Low
breakdown, low over under. It's just not a game script I want a lot of pieces in, which makes it like, so Devin Neal, Chris Olave, those are guys that have been important recently, and you're just hoping that maybe it can be a little bit more offensive than, what the over-under anticipates.
Juwan Johnson won't goose you. He might not win your week like Kyle Pitts could.
Oof.
But Juwan Johnson would be an option if you need a pivot. If the Ferguson situation is happening, like if Ferguson missed,
Yeah.
he's a emergency pivot. How are you feeling about the running backs in Carolina? Rico Dowdle, they kind of recommitted to him and said, hey, you're still our guy. Chuba Hubbard had the big game. I was last week, right? I mean, he was the running back 8 last week. Are you playing both players?
I think both are definitely in play.
Rico
or
2
2 weeks ago
heads
because
up.
they had the bye week. The heads up, oh man, I think it might be Chuba if it's heads up, but I don't feel really confident deciding between 2 of them, but it really will be hot hand. Chuba is a good player. He should see more receiving work.
The receiving work will be there.
But Dowdle, it's not that Dowdle's not getting those.
They both basically, I mean, they shared work. They had similar snap percentages last week. They both had plenty of opportunity. I'm going to go with the player who has been more dominant on the field, which has been Rico this year.
The number 5 question on our start-sit tool, so the most popular question is Devin Neal or Rico Dowdle in this game.
Yeah, that one makes sense. I lean towards Devin Neal. 17 opportunities per game since the Week 11 bye.
You lean Devin, I lean Dowdle. Mike, where do you lean?
I lean Devin Neal. Over the last 6 weeks, the Panthers are 27th against running backs.
There's also a Rico Dowdle, Kenneth Walker, the 3rd question that's near the top of the
Kinbone.
It was rough last week.
It's been
That's the Indianapolis matchup. I think I'm with Jason on that.
Yeah, I think the matchup, like second, if it goes the way I think it's going to go, then the second half, it'll just be trying to waste that clock.
Tedero McMillan.
Yeah.
Back at it this week. Back into your lineup.
So it is a tougher matchup. This is what we mean about the Saints defense is you look at the Saints and go, well, that team stinks. They're 3-10. On the season, 3rd against fantasy quarterbacks, 2nd against fantasy wide receivers.
This game was 17-7 the first time they played, and I would not be shocked if it was very similar. 17-10, 20-13, something,
Yeah, totally. This is divisional, and we brought it up yesterday. Both of these defenses are surprisingly better than what the populace believes about them.
The Titans, fresh off a W, 2-11, take on the San Francisco 49ers, who are 9-4. Vegas line, San Francisco minus 12.5.
Whoa.
Over under 44.5. San Francisco right now, the 6th seed in the NFC. They get to finish the year against Tennessee, Indianapolis, and Phillip Rivers. The Bears at home and the Seahawks at home in a game where I don't know if it'll matter for Seattle or not, but they could move up. Them and Seattle are 5-6 in the NFC right now. Tennessee sitting at dead last in point differential, tied for, they are pacing to be tied for the second worst over the last decade.
Nice.
And yet they still don't have the number 1 pick now because they chose to win.
I like that. Like they chose to win.
It is. Do I want to have this discussion?
Uh-oh.
It's just a funny thing because the sports world is evolving into analytics, right? It's like, analytics rule the day. And sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't.
Right.
I think it's a little bit weird. You listen to Sean Payton, he's going to go gut more than analytics. That's what he said. But if you want to apply analytics to your team when you're eliminated from the playoffs, analytics says go lose. And we act like it doesn't.
That is very funny.
And I know the intangibles of working hard and building camaraderie, and those are immeasurable. And I'm not saying you should lose. I don't think that's in the spirit of competition, blah, blah, blah. But really, if you just want to be analytics, dude, it's like the second you're eliminated, lose every game you can to get the best pick.
Yeah.
That's the real best path to a championship from a roster construction perspective. That's really the best thing to do.
I think the Titans are going to do it well this week.
Yeah, I guess that's fair enough. Whoa.
Uh-oh. Breaking news?
The vote?
I think it's breaking news.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh. Jason's nodding like he knows what it is.
No, I don't know.
T. Higgins not at Friday's practice.
Oh, okay. I mean, we did. You threw it out at the beginning of like he was limited again. That seems like on pace.
But he ran up the hill.
It's still he did. Yeah, the T. Higgins Hill watch. He did run.
And he looked at the camera and everything.
The problem is now he is aware of our analysis of how he handles the hill. So it's tampered. The experiment is over.
We dove knee deep into his contract. Like most players have a smaller active roster bonus per game. T. Higgins is he's at $2 million over the year. So it's like $111,000 per game. But obviously he has to play, just to be active. Actually, he can technically not play.
What percentage of the snaps?
He can technically just be active on the roster and not play. But yeah, but again, it's up to the team to clear him from a concussion.
I still don't.
This is
how he plays.
This is maybe he's not playing.
Yep.
Cam Ward, Brock Purdy facing off Tony Pollard last week. I would ignore that as much as you can personally. Tony Pollard is creating it's incredible how many snaps and how inefficient he was for the entire year. One game against Cleveland with a 65-yard run. Just don't get too caught up in it. That's all I'm saying. This is not a situation where I think you're going to see a team. They were in the lead in that game.
Yeah, that was what it was. I mean, you look at his carries, 10 carries, 11 carries, 10 carries, 25 carries. What's the difference? Despite the massive point differential, and they're usually down every snap, every play, every game, they won that game. They were up. They were like, hey, dude, check this out. We get to hand the ball off. This is what we wish we could do. That's not happening in this game against San Francisco.
No, San Francisco will be ahead. You'll see Tajay Spears out there. There's no options on Tennessee that I want. None.
I don't think there's a single player that I would play. I mean, I know I said I would play Pollard over
backups.
Yeah, over
but
backups.
I play Devin Neal. I play Kareem Hunt. I play Chuba Hubbard. I play Chris Rodriguez. I'd play Devin Singletary.
Yep.
I'd play
and we'd
everybody but maybe Bam Knight.
We'd play some 49ers. Kittle will be in. I think Brock Purdy is a good start. There are a couple of quarterbacks this week that have those dreadful matchups. You got here with Brissett and he hasn't not been a top 12 guy. I would play Brock Purdy over Brissett this week.
I would too.
And Juwan Jennings is you could do worse than Juwan Jennings situation. He's been inside the top 24, but not inside the top 20, right? He scores. The yardage has been really low, 54, 41, 39 the last 3 weeks.
I mean, his fantasy points have been fine. Obviously, that's touchdown related, but you're pretty much always getting over 10 fantasy points most often with him.
The comments on Ricky Pearsall, in case you're curious, Clay Kubiak saying it's circumstantial. Every game's different because he's only 5 catches on 20 targets since returning. In the Arizona game, we targeted him a lot. It's situational. He's not doing anything wrong. He's practicing his butt off.
5.
Which is what Andrews did.
It's 5 catches for 20 yards.
Oh, 5 for 20. I'm sorry. George Kittle, 4+ receptions in 6 straight games. Play him. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
This game's pretty easy.
Oh, must-see TV.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
The Colts at 8-5. The Seahawks at 10-3. Seahawks by 13.5, according to Vegas. Over under 42. This is the 4th or 15 this week with a 16 or lower implied point total. Indianapolis with 14.5 implied points.
Oh, man, get bodied.
It's the largest spread for the Seahawks over the last 5 years. The largest of Sam Darnold's career in terms of him being a favorite. Seahawks with 28 implied points, and P. River and company.
Can I tell you how our Sunday goes?
Sure.
We're going to get to the afternoon games as soon as the witching hour is over, and we're going to say, hey, I want to throw the Colts-Seahawks game up on our main screen.
Yeah.
Let's pivot from the red zone. I want to watch every snap. About 6 minutes later, we will change back to red zone and go, oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
The Prize Picks projections on Phillip Rivers, which I confirmed none of us have him in the segment later, more or less 152.5 passing yards.
Okay.
0.5 passing touchdowns.
Jason's projection was
200.
200.
Okay.
Yeah. And a 7.5 fantasy score.
Oh, wow. Wow, gross. It is worth noting the half a touchdown line, which is as low as you can go. They literally can't go below a half. Is a goblin, which means it is.
Is the red one, right?
It's worse odds
demon.
than normal.
Or yes, a demon, not a goblin.
Yeah.
That means it is difficult for him to get one of those.
Yeah, I don't like Jonathan Taylor in this game. I don't like him at all.
And you have
I don't like him at all.
Where
I know where you want to know where his projection is? Spoiler alert, he's in my lineup later. All right?
Okay.
71.
Oh, you're taking.
I just was saying, is there any world where you're willing to play someone else over him?
No.
No.
No, because it's one big play.
That's
if Tony Pollard can one big play, Jonathan Taylor's not leaving my lineup. But, I mean, the Seahawks on the year, great against running backs, better over the last 6 weeks. You know what you do to stop P. River? 37 guys in the box. No, legitimately, you stack the box, you play close to the line of scrimmage, you make him throw the ball more than 4 yards, and you put it all on that right shoulder, and what's left of it.
Yeah.
Jason would love to disagree.
I want to
he would
so
love
bad.
to disagree.
I still see
what
a
happened
world.
to the man of hope?
He's thought more. He's had more time.
Emotion has worn off, and now
the
clear
Hopian
logic
has ran through
Stupid
the
rational
veins
brain
and been urinated out into P. River.
Yes.
The hope here is that you do get hollow PPR value from some of these players, that you can get 4 or 5 dump offs that, maybe they won't be a ton of yardage, but if you're in a full PPR to Jonathan Taylor, to Michael Pittman, I still think, and even Tyler Warren, that the passing attempts, I mean, look, they're projected to lose by almost 2 touchdowns. So maybe Phillip Rivers doesn't get to 200 yards, but he might still throw the ball 35, 40 times. And if they're dink and dunks, I think PPR value is what you're hoping for here.
I don't disagree. I think that's your path.
Jordan Addison against Dallas or anyone on the Colts.
Addison.
Luther Burden against Cleveland.
Burden. Unless you're talking about Warren. Are you talking about Warren?
No, I guess not.
Just
not the tight end position. Jaden Reed against Denver.
I'm sorry. I have to break in.
Uh-oh.
Phillip Rivers' oldest kid is older than Tyler Warren.
Yeah,
No.
I knew that. Yeah.
He is a grandpa.
He is literally a grandpa. This is Grandpa Rivers.
Yeah.
Not like a joke. It's Grandpa
No, Grandpa
Phillip.
Rivers is what you would call him
Right.
officially.
Officially. That's what, well, his grandchildren, that's what he would
Yeah.
call.
Sorry, Mike.
I'm so deflated
I'm playing
here.
Isaiah Likely over Tyler Warren.
What percentage chance?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
percentage chance? Be realistic,
Mm-hmm.
but be real. Could Phillip Rivers come out here and with a quality team, a decent offensive line, Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, Tyler Warren, Jonathan Taylor.
Here's the roster.
Yeah, I got it.
What percentage of chance could he come out, throw for more than 250, and win the game?
Write it down, Mike.
Oh, okay.
250 and win the game. Write your percentage down for Jason. He needs to. He may add our percentages together to help this out. But,
I've got mine. Oh, look at that.
So
we got
3, 4, 5. So
I'm the
average
most
5.
bullish. Jason's down to 4%.
Oh, look at
I'm
that.
at 5%.
Phillip Rivers lover.
And Jason's at 4.
I mean, this is where when news breaks of a trade, we talk about it during the season. Trade on the hype, okay?
There was no hype.
No, there was.
It
No,
was you.
That's what I'm saying. I was
You
hyped.
can't trade with yourself.
No. This isn't about trading. My point is, I was like, 200 yards is guaranteed. I bet you $100 that he'd be over 200 yards because Phillip Rivers is coming. He's got, and so I was hyped. And so you just, when you pounce on the news right when it's coming out and you don't have time to think, you're just hopeful. Some guy signs, some guy gets traded. That's when you pounce because a couple days later he might go,
I wish I had a mirror to hold up right now.
There was one person who was.
That's all it takes in every league. If someone's hyped for, say, Amari Cooper getting traded to the Bills and wants to give you, I am saying this is what I'm talking to myself. Obviously, here I'm saying,
But I'm saying you need at least one other person who's hyped.
Andy didn't. He made $100 bet. I mean, well, yeah, one. You only need one.
That's
need
true.
one.
I am going to make $100 off of this.
Yeah, 200.
Yeah, 200 because I already sent you the 100. Let's take a break and then we'll get into a very exciting matchup.
The Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid has a bold design, a spacious interior with 232 horsepower, and a 12.3-inch panoramic display to keep the adventure going and fit the way you live. And with SiriusXM, every drive comes to life, bringing you closer to the music, sports, talk, and podcasts you love right on your vehicle on the SiriusXM app. Every SiriusXM-equipped Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid includes a 3-month trial, so the experience begins the moment you drive. Learn more at kia.com/sportage-hybrid. Kia, movement that inspires. Aura Frames is the hidden gem that becomes the favorite gift long after the wrapping paper is gone. And you can enjoy unlimited free photo and video uploads. Simply download the Aura app, connect to Wi-Fi, and start adding memories in seconds. Every gift can be personalized with a custom message that appears when it's first turned on, a very thoughtful touch for any occasion. And if there's that person in your family or your friend group that you really want to impress, that you hope years from now, they look back and they say, I remember when I got that. That's now changed how I experience like life because new photos are always coming up and new memories are showing up. That's the Aura Frame. And for a limited time, you could save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver Mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using the promo code FOOTBALLERS at checkout. That's Aura, A-U-R-A, frames.com, promo code FOOTBALLERS. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast. So order yours now in time for the holidays and support this show by mentioning us at checkouts. Terms and conditions apply.
Before we went to break, we talked a lot about Indianapolis. We did not talk about the Seattle side. I don't want to, it's fairly straightforward because JSN's been the only wide receiver you can start. Ken Walker, you talked about earlier, but I don't want to completely omit them in an important week.
I guess that's a good
Sam
point.
Darnold is startable to me. Ken Walker, flex. JSN must start. And then A.J. Barner's your emergency tight end.
I think that there is a sneaky world where Charbs is in play here too for multi-touchdown opportunity.
When we were looking at the David, I have David Montgomery and Charbs on my league of record team,
man.
And if I'm forced to play one of those two, I will play Charbs over David Montgomery. But the question is, would you play Charbs or David Montgomery over Michael Pittman with PPR utilization?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah.
I'm not going out with like that. I'm not going out with Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers can't hurt me if I don't play Pittman. I mean, he still can with Jonathan Taylor. Dadgummit. This is going to be a tough week.
Well, I mean, let's just help the Footclan out. You've got Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman, and you are playing both?
Currently, I do not believe so. I think I'm going to play Charbonnet.
Over Pittman. You have both?
In the flex, I've got all of them. I guess looking at my roster, I am going to have to play Michael Pittman. Dadgummit.
So you're double. I mean, why not just stay delusional?
Yeah, I should have. Phillip, you're so great.
Green Bay 9-3-1, Denver 11-2.
Rome Odunze plays this week. You playing Rome, who hasn't scored jack squat?
Yep,
with a broken foot.
A broken foot,
yeah.
You're playing him over Pittman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think so.
We're
really?
both agree.
Oh man,
Hey, it's your. We tell the Footclan, we're trying to help you make the best decisions that you can make for your team. It's your team.
Thank goodness CeeDee's back.
Don't you remember we built this city?
Green Bay, Denver, Vegas line, Green Bay -2.5 on the road, over under 42.5. Green Bay is just playing really well. And the return of Watson, now Jaden Reed.
It's helped a lot.
I'm going to say a bunch of stuff. It's not about you, Jason. But the best thing for Green Bay is to make sure they're playoff ready. So
that means getting Josh Jacobs the work and get him, in game shape.
What is happening?
Packers have won 4 straight. December's a great month for Matt LaFleur. They're favored on the road in Denver. I mean, this is a lot of respect to what Green Bay's got going on right now, and the fact that Denver's they're 11-2, but they've been really up and down. So the Broncos, record-wise, is amazing. They've won a bunch of games in a row. They are dominating the one-score games. They've played close games. Do you have a take on this one, Mike, on who wins this ball game?
I think Green Bay wins.
Jordan Love's been a top 12 quarterback in 3 or 4 weeks. Bo Nix right now sitting at quarterback 8 on the season, despite only one top 12 performance since week 9. A lot of people drafted Bo Nix with the plan of making him an every week starter. Those plans have changed, Mike. You're not living that life anymore.
No, I would pivot. Like I would be, Lawrence. Let's see. I mean, Stroud against Arizona. I would probably consider doing that. Mariota against the Giants. I would strongly consider that as well. Green Bay's
Mariota's a very good play.
Green Bay's defense, it's like the Philly defense. It is terrifying your guy could go out, you get the one performance against that defense of the year. But in the game of probability, I will go with someone else.
The wild thing is that Denver and New England are both at home, both fighting for the 1 seed in the AFC, and both underdogs at home. So, the teams that the Broncos have played and won against, Davis Mills and Geno twice, and Mariota and Fields, there's been some easy ones in there.
The Broncos are a weird team.
They are. They're a good team, good defense.
They are. And
RJ Harvey,
but the offense can be very good. It's just it ebbs and flows throughout the entirety of the game.
I don't know why you don't have one game where they come out and score 57 points or something crazy.
Honestly, I think RJ Harvey's literally the only player I want to play, and that includes Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton has scored 10 fantasy points twice in the last 2 months, and now they're playing against a team that has been, on the course of the season, the Packers are top 10 against quarterbacks, wide receivers, tight ends. Over the last 6 weeks, they've gotten better. They're top 5 against them. So
you're not going to have Pat Bryant.
Yeah, I mean that I would imagine that doesn't really have an effect on Sutton
No,
so
I
much as
pretty much agree with you.
As
And I think
Troy Franklin.
Harvey's a little bit riskier than he seems
I
this
think,
week.
I think Harvey is scary. But
What's the over/under? It's 42. I mean, this game could be a dogfight.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
could be,
Two
this
great
could be
defenses.
two quarterbacks that each throw for one touchdown. And Jacobs.
I think the line is perfect. 42.5. That seems like
Are you playing Emmanuel Wilson if Jacobs is out?
yes.
Even though it's Denver. Number one in the last 6 weeks against running backs.
Yeah, I still would. When Jacobs was out, we saw Wilson get an extreme amount of volume, and he's played well with it. So if Jacobs doesn't play, I mean, I will be playing against Wilson, but you can play Wilson if you
Blake
have him.
Corum in his current situation or Emmanuel Wilson by himself?
Oh, definitely Wilson.
And a reminder, this is the afternoon game. So if you're Sunday morning, when we send out our what do we call this? The Sunday morning updates of like
The game alert.
The game. Yeah, thank you. Game day alerts. Sunday live.
How you doing back there, Al? You doing good?
I'm doing all right.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
We won't know. We may not know 100% if Josh Jacobs is playing. So you better have an afternoon or Sunday night, Monday night pivot, or just go pick up Emmanuel Wilson.
Christian Watson has been on fire.
It's just so easy, Mike. You just go pick up Emmanuel Wilson.
Oh, you can't do that.
No, because my opponent has him.
We're at like 6 weeks of me at least once a week
I
pick
tried.
up your insurance running backs right now. You didn't try very hard.
Apparently not hard enough.
You thought you could get away with it.
This is like an exposure therapy thing going on for Jason right now. He is this is the hardest show you've ever had to do.
Ever.
It looks like you were just barely making it through.
I need to lose this week because I can't handle this
Just
anymore.
get it over with.
Just kill me.
Like, I have Samaje Perine on my bench, Jason, because I have Chase Brown.
Yeah, no, I get it. Not everyone has had to deal with as many, injuries and problems and have to use their bench. You've had a pretty easy path. Not all of us have.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think those are the main players in this game. Jaden Reed, I'm still keeping my eye on Jaden Reed. I really am.
I need to see.
He was only 47% of the time out there, got 4 catches last week.
That's normal for him.
Yeah, it is. But it's also normal to consider playing him. I mean, the past 2 years, wide receiver 23 and 26. So you're getting lots of fantasy relevant games from Jaden Reed when he's healthy and active.
When he
and now
spikes,
no Josh Jacobs. I'm telling you, Jaden Reed is going to surprise this time.
When Jaden Reed spikes, it is week winning type stuff. But he's a D in the consistency. So 35% of his games he's over 10.5 points.
Yep.
So 35% of the time around that, he gives you a week where you're like, holy crap, Jaden Reed really helped me win. But then the majority of the time you're like, well, I lost because Jaden Reed.
So close to making him a touchdown guarantee in this one.
Oh, dude.
But that's not what I'm going to do.
Wild stuff.
It's just it's a tough game. Sunday Night Football, Minnesota, Dallas. Minnesota 5-8, Dallas 6-1, hanging on for dear life. Dallas minus 5.5, over under 48.5. Dallas Cowboy games have averaged 59 combined points per game.
Delicious.
And 8 of the last 10 have hit the over. That's because they don't have a defense, and they do have an offense, and those work well. We know CeeDee Lamb's going to be back in this game. For the love of everyone's mental health, JJ, throw to JJ.
Yeah.
You have the same
I made him my
initials.
start of the week.
Just throw it to him.
I made him my start of the week. This is a team that, against wide receivers has given it up every single week. Justin Jefferson, they don't, he came out and was like, we don't care about fantasy, we care about winning. And that's great and dandy, but I know you care about your stats. I know you don't like people complaining
care about
about you right
participating.
now. Yeah, you don't want to be out there doing nothing. So I think the fact that he's done very little the last 2 weeks, they're going to try to get him the ball on some easy stuff, and against an easy defense, he'll do special stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Javonte on the other side, he's the RB7 on the year. It's kind of wild to look back and see what he's done. His numbers have come down mostly since CeeDee Lamb's been healthy and they've had the receiving game, but if there's no Jake Ferguson, maybe they lean a little bit more on Javonte.
Yeah, possible.
Still been in the double-digit averages since week 9. What do you do with the running backs for Minnesota? Because I've had some people ask me questions about Aaron Jones. I've pretty much chosen somebody else.
It stinks because Aaron Jones should be a must play in this type of a matchup where they've been better against running backs, but just what was it, 59? When a game is averaging in a game environment is averaging 59 points, you want everybody in there.
But it's usually in the passing game, especially since the trade deadline when Dallas beefed up their D-line. They have not
Jerry got that one right.
They have not been a sieve on the ground, but they did not fix the secondary. So, I don't think I want to play Jordan Mason or Aaron Jones.
And Aaron Jones limited Wednesday and Thursday with the shoulder. He's kind of been getting hurt a lot in game. Not enough to just completely take him out, but it is a concern.
Man, JJ, it's time to go. You need JJ this week because you need Dallas to need to score.
Yeah, I need CeeDee Lamb with 2 touchdowns. This is the way.
Other start-sit decisions in this game?
There's not much. I mean, I don't think you're playing Hawkinson despite getting a touchdown last week. You're not banking on that. Ferguson if he plays, otherwise have a pivot.
Monday Night Football, guys. Miami 6-7 against Pittsburgh 7-6. Vegas line Pittsburgh -3 over under is 41.5.
Oh yeah.
Andy's almost upset of the week.
Yes.
Just feels right.
We need to. This is for Joe Burrow. Our man is down. The mental. Joe Burrow is Joe Burrow could be in a dark place right now. We need the Steelers to lose. We need any ounce of hope that Joe Burrow can have in his life. Sorry, Steelers fans.
Miami's been playing well. They've been getting it done. Devon Achane will play in this game. I don't even know who the Steelers are. I think sometimes they're okay. Sometimes they look all right. We got news yesterday that T.J. Watt was in the hospital.
He's not going to play this week.
He's not?
No. Yesterday, Tomlin was saying he's not sure. Today.
Breaking news.
Green Bay Packers head coach Matt LaFleur says Josh Jacobs will
play football.
Practice in a limited capacity on Friday.
Oh, man. Everything is not enough. Everything. Just put the man in. Give him like 30 to 50 carries. You got to keep him warm. You don't want that thing to tighten up.
This is my favorite bit of the season, just getting to do this to Jason.
It's so much fun.
Today's the last day you get. Well, it's probably not. Oh, my gosh. It's not. Sunday morning, every day.
Never ends.
Oh, my gosh.
Do you want to do Sunday Live this week?
No, I can't. I couldn't do it.
Mike's
function. Fine. Mike's like on bye everywhere. He's going to come in here
were,
hey, everybody.
What a great week.
You were in the middle of updating the TJ Watt injury situation.
Yeah, so everything that is coming out most recently is that it would be darn near impossible for him to play. He's still currently hospitalized with a lung issue. We don't know a lot of the details. There's speculation right now, but most of the doctors I've seen speculate, including the former San Diego medical trainer. He does not anticipate that he could play this week.
He didn't get tie-rotted, did he?
No, I think that was because he was asked kind of that question, and it was that he does not think that is what's going on.
If you do not remember,
like punctured his lungs.
Years ago when Justin Herbert was drafted in the first round and not starting right away, Taylor had to get. He was hurt.
He was named the starter.
He was hurt.
Yeah,
as Taylor always is, but he was trying to numb up, and he took a shot to the lung, and it punctured and deflated his lung.
Yeah, I think the speculation here was more like blood
just to be
clot.
clear, that was a physical shot.
Yeah,
and also to be clear, not from a gun, but like from a needle.
Yeah, When you say a shot, I mean that's like language
like an injection.
That was like language for getting hit.
Sorry, no, an injection.
No, he got an injection. Yeah,
that. Yeah, so
this sounded like a practice-oriented thing. How do you feel about Warren? How do you feel about Gainwell? How do you feel about Metcalf? He's my start of the week. You know how I feel. I want to know how you feel.
I mean, the Dolphins on the season are right in the middle of the pack, but the last 6 weeks they have been stingy against the running back position, second. But
They're playing so hard for their head coach.
Yeah, the Dolphins really are. They're trying to win. They're getting after it, but I think that both Warren and Gainwell are still in play. I lean Warren, but not by a huge margin.
If the Steelers win, their playoff probability goes to 72%. Miami can get their win probability up to 1% with a win. Did you talk about DK?
No, I did not.
Jason, do you have thoughts on DK?
I mean, obviously,
38% of targets last week.
Yeah, that was the huge thing, 12 targets. He hadn't been double-digit targets this entire season, which is kind of mind-blowing that you've paid $150 million for a guy with no other great receiving options behind.
How'd it work out for the Steelers to give him they won.
It worked out. It worked out great. And you want to know why that happened? We talked about it a couple times. There's teams you don't play tight ends against. Okay? And one of those was the Baltimore Ravens. And Arthur Smith was pissed.
Yeah,
he was so angry. He's like,
furious.
I've got so many tight ends, and they're so big. We should only throw to tight ends. And they're like, you can't throw to tight ends against Baltimore. All right, we'll throw to Metcalf. But this week they're playing a team that can be exploited at tight end.
And Darnell Washington is in the concussion protocol.
Yeah, so Jonnu and Pat Freiermuth.
I'll say it for DFS because I don't think I have the courage in a redraft situation, but the Muth could get Luth this weekend.
And Jonnu revenge game here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I think Metcalf is what he has been prior to last week, which is an okay, fine start who could get a touchdown, but I don't expect
feel like they unlocked something.
I don't think that they're going to give him double-digit targets. Yeah, I'm fine playing him. He had a bad game last week, but that was very situational. He was still out there running routes, and then they started basically running the ball a lot as they were up, trying to secure that victory. This week, the matchup is okay. Next week, he gets Cincinnati, I believe, right?
I believe that's correct, yeah.
Yeah, which is it's great.
I mean, that is correct.
Okay.
Brady Cook is starting for the Jets. Injury update for you. Start your Jags defense.
Yeah.
Mason Taylor has been ruled out for Week 15.
Oh. It's got to spend the night at the vet.
Look, they don't have anything. It makes Breece Hall a really, really terrifying start.
Yes, sir. I think Breece is in for tough sledding.
Marvin Harrison officially ruled out, so Arizona will not have Marvin Harrison.
Jerry Rice will be on the field.
I'm really quite okay playing
Michael Wilson.
I think it'll be all right. He can do enough fantasy-wise even without Brissett throwing touchdowns. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could be 8 for 89 or something like that, and you know, they do have to possess the football. I'm okay with him.
I've got him at wide receiver 24 right now, which is like it's not a must start, but it's definitely someone that, you know, you're in the top 24.
Any other breaking Josh Jacobs news? Can we please get some more?
Don't say those two words together. Okay. Any other healing Josh Jacobs news?
The quote is, it sounds like he's feeling pretty good.
Yeah, they did say that.
Yeah.
And this is all
play,
like,
he's going to be playing, and he's going to be great.
It's a swelling of the knee issue is what it is.
Yeah, it sounds like he's feeling pretty good. LaFleur did add, we'll see how he feels after the workout.
He's going to feel great, man. Josh Jacobs. We just saw two meows go, we're not playing. My heel hurts, my probably tummy, I don't know, my tail. Josh Jacobs a dog. Okay, Josh Jacobs going to play and play hard and play well and play with plenty of work.
Because yesterday's day off was so good for him.
Oh, yeah. He's well rested.
TLDR, Jacobs is active. Jason's starting him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantasy Face-Off, presented by Prize Picks.
Well, it's been a cold streak, boys. I'm getting shamed again.
It happens.
Wheel of Shame.
Oh, boy. Num, 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 num. Spin the stupid wheel.
Hey, there goes the wheel. We got
give me
Jerry Jones.
Sack full of cash.
Man.
Sack full of cash.
Deucer's Delight. Oh,
Daft?
Daft loser.
Daft loser.
Yeah,
What is a daft?
I think this is a Daft
Loser.
Punk reference.
Okay, well, let's see. He's
Hey,
got
what do
a
I gotta
helmet, and is this like a ski
You
mask?
got a shiesty over there?
Oh, is that those got names?
Yeah.
A shiesty.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But his is for the costume.
Okay. He's putting on his little shiesty, which
Yeah.
I would have called a ski mask. And now a helmet that looks like a... Oh, this is great. This is a lot more fun. Oh, all right. Party time. Very nice.
All right.
Well, this is going to be fun.
Can you see through that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then kick it off.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, we got you.
Quarterback. Josh Allen.
What's his projection?
20.5 passing completions. I'm taking the more.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going with a pass attempts for Jared Goff. 33.5 pass attempts. I think in that huge over-under game, it will go more than that.
I got the surging. Maybe things are going to turn out okay. Trevor Lawrence. 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Oh.
I'm going more.
I thought about that
Please be to Etienne.
Whatever. As long as there's 2, we're okay. Get the music back on.
one. Running back. Jonathan Taylor. 71.5 rushing yards. I'm taking the lower.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you coward.
Yeah. Running back, Breece Hall. Projection 68.5.
Are you guys just being haters?
I'm going lower. Apparently, Andy and I both go, well, if you don't have a quarterback, just stack the run against this guy. He's not going to do well on the ground.
I got Andy's start of the week. Mr. Chris Rodriguez. 47.5 rushing yards against the New York Giants. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're going more, baby.
Okay.
Hit it.
Nico Collins. Arizona sucks. 74.5 receiving yards. I'm taking the more.
All right. I'm going
The drop is so good.
another high over-under
I have to wait for the drop.
exciting game. Stephon Diggs, revenge against Buffalo again. 4.5 receptions. I believe he had 10 last time they faced off. I'm going more.
All right. I have.
Bet you wish you had music.
I get to hear it one
It's
more
supposed
time.
to make you look dumb, but
Yeah,
it's,
but instead
it's really making you look
I'm
cool,
pretty
though.
jealous.
I got Jerry Rice as my wide receiver, also known as Michael Wilson. 5 receptions in the
Please.
first quarter. Come on, more.
All right, it's time for the tight end. And you know what I'm doing here.
We
I'm
haven't
going with
Green Goblin.
Isaiah Likely, Green Goblin. 1.5 receptions.
What?
I'm taking the more, baby.
That is okay. That's an absurd projection. I mean, I know it's a Green Goblin, so it's supposed to be easy, but that is absurd.
Oh, man.
Mine, I am going with Isaiah Likely 1.5 receptions, baby. More. Sometimes it's too easy. What you got, Mike?
It's my Green Goblin, too. It's not nearly as cool as you guys.
Loser.
But it's Harold Fannin.
Oh, okay.
3.5 receptions.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go more on that against
Now, for
Chicago.
those who don't know, Green Goblin is better than normal.
Easier than normal projection.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Tits. That was Fantasy Faceoff presented by Prize Picks. Check out our player pack live in the app. Use code Footballers and get $50 in lineups when you play just $5.
50.
That is going to do it.
Pretty jealous of
I
that.
wanna-
Isaiah Likely.
I'm looking forward to breathing again.
Yeah.
Is this
Is
our
this our
outro
playout
today?
music?
Goodbye, Footclan.
No, he got to hit the real one. Hit the real one, Daft Punk.
I've hit it. He changed it.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Join our fantasy football community on jointhefoot.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.
Goodbye.